It's now or never for Effort. A new pro gamer, well, actually 2 new pro gamers, but only one's going to leave this. If Never wins this game, Effort's eliminated. He'll have to wait quite a while before he's going to have a match that is as significant as this, except for, of course, the Pro League. Similar starting locations, only this time we're at the top. Effort at the top left, Never at the top right. Never very confident after that last game. Effort probably a bit shook up. It can be rather startling to lose a game like that so quickly, and he knows exactly what he did wrong. Normally, Terran can never beat you with just Marines. That's what Sunken Colonies are for. The Sunken Colonies can stop Marines so quickly. Once again, Never making that depot right below the command center. The spawning location for the SCV when it comes out of a command center is at the bottom left corner. So when he puts the depot there, it actually forces the SCV to pop out at the bottom right corner, thus bringing the SCV just a little bit closer to the mineral patches. And believe it or not, that actually matters in StarCraft. This is a game where pro gamers have at times up to 300 actions per minute, some even at 400 actions per minute. They are in control of everything. This game has been out for 10 years now, so it gives you an idea of how long these people have had to play the game and get good at it. Even though Flash has only been playing for 3 years and he's possibly the best at it right now. So are we going to see a fast command center? No, we're going to see the same build once again. Double barracks. Terran generally fast expand. Now when I say fast expand, I do not mean command center first. When I say fast expand, I mean they get a barracks out, sometimes 2 barracks out, make a handful of Marines, and then set that expansion up. Although we have seen some Terrans go for command center first simply because they trust the Zerg will go hatchery first. A lot of rock, paper, scissors psychology goes on early game with StarCraft. That doesn't mean that's all it boils down to early game, but it certainly means that you know, you want to try to pick the correct builder that's going to at least get the ball rolling for you. We see Effort moving at the bottom right with the drone. He may attempt to hide a hatchery. I believe I've seen Effort do this before. Speaking of Terran versus Zergs on Andromeda, I would absolutely recommend you check out the Flash. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I suddenly forget his name. Flash versus, well, whatever Flash's last game was on this map, it was just phenomenal. Very exciting games. I'm surprised that Effort's going to move in here with the drone. My apologies, I don't have that game in front of me. I cast so many games at these events. It's hard to remember all of them. But yeah, that last game was very exciting. We saw a hidden hatchery on the high ground. He did lose a drone just there, Effort did, and that is not good. Go, CJ. The Academy is almost done. It looks like Never's going to go for a build that was probably more common about 4, maybe even 6 to 7 years ago. Standard medic marine opening with applied pressure to the entrance of the Zerg base, forcing them to make sunken colonies, where you then normally get a fast command center. So more Marines getting pumped out. Layer is on the way. And so is the third hatchery at the mineral expansion, which is inside the main for both players. I would presume that Effort will go for Mutalisks this game, although he really needs to get rid of the scouting SCV. And the Academy, well, the scanner's almost done. Now, the Firebat is an indicator that he will probably try to break the sunken colony line. What he does is he'll rush in here, he'll stammer rush in there, and then when the Zerg brings the drones out, he will burn them down with the Firebats. And even if he doesn't break the entrance, he will at least have barbecued a couple of drones. Now, will he go in there? He's going to scan, probably check how many sunken colonies are there, and then rush in. Whoa, looks like Effort took a drone off of gas. Evolution chamber out here. Probably to draw marine fire, I think. He's going to go in there for the move now! It didn't look like it at first. The two fire bats in the front. And he is going to get it off. It looks like maybe not, though. A third sunken colony is up. The sunken colonies, however, have target fired the fire bats. Effort has deflected the attack. That was pretty close. Top Zerg players are generally prepared for something like that. Although it looks like he may try to go in there for another attack. He does have the medics to support the Marines, although we're not sure just how much energy they have. The Spire is almost done. Never's expansion is on the way. Here's a shot of it now. Now, either way, Effort is losing drones. He is being forced to produce sunken colonies. However, Never is getting behind on his Marine count, which will make it more difficult to hold off the Mutalisk Rush. So the engineering bay is not done yet, and Mutalisks are on the way. I think it may have been not wise for Never to pick out an old school build. However, it's going to be more up to Effort right now. He's going to have to get a lot of Mutalisks out here. And he's going to have to control them very well. Here we have the SCV building a turret, and we can expect to see some more turrets on the way. Never seems a bit distracted. He has not yet transferred the SCVs to his expansion. The Mutalisks are on the way. Mutalisks on land settings are very scary. Looks like he did not quite manage to get that SCV. He will probably get this one, though. Or, okay, maybe not. Effort not really microing very well. The harassment, however, has started. Oh, not good for Effort. You get an F for Effort right now. That was just bad. Oh, it was. Even she was like, "Did you see that Mutamicro? Oh my God." I think, yeah, he just did not deal anywhere near as much damage. I think he got 2 SCVs total. Not enough. He's going to try to come in here again. He has gotten another SCV. But unfortunately, Never's control seems pretty good. He is picking off the Mutalisks individually. Queen's Nest, we could see Guardians, or we could see the possibility of Defilers. And wow, he is getting a lot of SCVs. Alright, that wasn't bad. You get a B for Effort. Alright, now maybe he's going to get an A if he can get a few more of those SCVs. However, Never is mustering up quite a large amount of medics and Marines. Now, the fact that we're seeing a late star port could indicate that we're going to see Guardians. Doesn't necessarily mean that. The Hive is almost done. We'll see what the tech choice is soon enough. Another sunken colony is on the way. Picking off the SCVs. And unfortunately for Never, he really should have gotten the turrets behind the mineral patches instead of closer to the command center. There is an expo at the bottom left, which it does appear as though, okay, group nap with 3 drones. Now, Effort's going to have to come in with a perfect surround here on those Mutalisks, on the Marines, with the Mutalisks. Here's another battle. Link's coming in here too. Never should not have stepped out of his base. Now it may be impossible for Effort to lose this. Now I assume we're going to see defilers because we have not seen the Greater Spire begin to morph. Yes, defilers. And a Nidus Canal down here, so that expansion should be defended with ease. +1 attack is done for the Terrans. I think we could see another excellent surround here, though. It's going to be up to whether or not this medic ring attack at the bottom left works. If not, I think it will be over for Never, although he may not punch in GG yet. Never's proven that he has pretty good medic marine control. Here he comes now. Yeah. Micro is pretty good, however, the upgrades are also pretty good on the Marines. But when the Zerglings get in there, they may be dealing too much. Whoa! These Marines on steroids? Alright, they killed up a lot more than I think you and I actually expected. However, they did have the +1 attack upgrade, although Zerglings did have the armor upgrade. Now he's moving in here. He wants to be careful to keep the medic marine together, make sure that he's healing the right Marines. And he's got the back up now, regrouping. The medic marine, they will take out these Zerglings and then the sunken colony. More Zerglings are on the way, however, the positioning of the minerals and the extractor will make it difficult for a proper link surround. And with the medics pretty much shielding for the Marines, they have taken the Nidus Canal out. Oh, no, he took the Nidus Canal out, she says. She was probably ready for Effort. Looks like, okay, I think Effort needs to stop trying to get the surround over. He doesn't have enough Zerglings. I don't know what he's doing. Get me out of here! Take it out quick! No, it's not. You're not going to get that lucky. And, unfortunately now, Zerg has Ultimus on the way. Defilers are out now. Effort can possibly use these to recover. Never has been focusing heavily on being aggressive, has not taken his mineral expansion. However, I do think that was a pretty severe blow to Effort's economy overall. All right, here we have the Dark Swarm going down. Oh, another Dark Swarm. Where's the Science Vessel? Where's the Science Vessel he needs? Oh my God, another Dark Swarm. Never, what were you doing? You needed a Science Vessel. Okay. Effort is probably going to win this if he gets the expansion yet. You need to have a Science Vessel. You just cannot get that many tanks out. Unbelievable. I don't know why he got so many tanks. It was a total ridiculous blunder by Never. What, I don't know what he was thinking. There's just nothing that would necessitate tanks right now. We haven't even seen lurkers. Oh my gosh. Never, this sucks for you. Oh man. I have never seen a game turn around so quickly due to the poor choice in unit mixture. All he needed to have was one Science Vessel to irradiate the defiler, which has completely changed the weather forecast in Never's base. Medics have just given up on life. The defiler rapidly gaining fat and calories from so many consumed Zerglings. I think Never, if he can hold this off, will probably last for 5 more minutes before he loses, maybe. Note Effort's already double expoed again at the middle left and at the bottom right. And I'm also surprised that he actually did not expand right there. I think Never is probably in shock right now. Probably totally surprised at what's happening to him right now. Essentially, you have to get science vessels to counter the Defiler's Dark Swarm. You scanning constantly to try to see if there are Defilers outside of your base. Then you irradiate the Defiler, who, by the way, dies pretty quickly to irradiate before he can usually get a few Dark Swarms up. But instead, he went with tanks, which would be good if Zerg was going for Zergling Lurker. But in reality, that's just not what was happening. Wow, that armor upgrade proved to be pretty helpful for the Defiler. And will he get this Dark Swarm up? Whoa! He's just going to be chilling over here. He may cast a Plague. Nice Plague. Let me tell you, man, being plagued has to hurt. Well, since we've seen a lack of air control by our Zerg player, Effort, looks like dropships are going to be the course of action now. If he can dropship his way back into victory, I'll be impressed, because we only normally see Slayer's Boxer and Nada do that. Oh! Oh! Totally deflected this attack. He will actually, you know what, he could micro his Medic Marine away from the swarm and pick off the Defiler. No, but plagued. Oh. Tough cookies, Terran. Well, that medic's gonna have a lonely flight back home. Well, Never is back in this in the sense that he has actually managed to survive the onslaught that the Zerg was throwing at him. However, I think Never really lost control of the game and lost the advantage that he had. I don't know what this medic's doing here. Effort not doing the best job in the world of utilizing his expansions. I mean, he certainly has hatcheries there, but he's not really mining with a lot of drones. Here comes another attack, and another Dark Swarm, and a Plague! Everett has to be careful, though. He doesn't want to just keep throwing in these small groups of units in there, which are essentially going to be killed. Now we have another dropship, maybe going to the expansion at the middle, or he may be going for the main, or he could pick off the Defiler mound, which is a pretty common technique for Terrans, to try to rush that Defiler mound down. Tanks and siege mode are essentially what's keeping him alive from the Dark Swarm. He had enough tanks at this point in time that he could pretty much use the splash damage to kill anything underneath it. We're seeing them unload. Zerglings are on the way. Maybe too many Zerglings. Is it going to be enough? Oh, but the medic is getting in the way. But the Scourge! Whoa. I think even the dropship was surprised at what just happened there. Apparently, he never did manage to target fire one of the Scourge. Now, the positioning here is going to be tough. However, Dark Swarm, as we can predict, is pretty much very difficult for Terran to deal with. Okay. 2-2 upgrades for the Zerg. Note the Zerg did skip the Lurker tech in order to get Zerglings and Ultimus out fast. Once again, another incredible Plague. I question how much energy Never's medics even have right now. Although I really don't think that attack was overall effective. Oh, is he going to get the Defiler? He cannot afford to lose a Defiler in that expansion, and he did lose a Defiler. Now having position over these mineral patches, we'll probably go for the Extractor next. More Zerglings on the way. Uh-oh, the medic stuck on top of a drone. Effort has reclaimed that expansion. 2 armor. This Marine really wanted that Defiler. A little bit too much, I have to say. Now we have 1 vessel out here, so it's going to come down a lot to can he get the irradiates off. Actually, 2 vessels. Can he get the irradiates off? And that was probably not the thing to irradiate. The Defiler is what he should have irradiated. Here comes another Dark Swarm. There's the irradiate we wanted to see. However, there's probably more Defilers on the way already. I think Everett may have thrown away too many Defilers and Ultralisks in a poor attempt to get ahead, or at least stay ahead. He was ahead. He had the game won, essentially. And the vessel has been taken out. So I think, unfortunately, for Never, the push is going to be stifled if we can get 1 more Dark Swarm out here. And it looks as though Never's aware that he may be moving to the bottom left. And I think that Ultralist just self-destructed. I don't know what killed him. Probably a tank, actually. Going directly for the hatchery. No, the Overlord. Okay, he's going for everything now. Everett will lose this expansion, but will he get trapped within that area? And Dark Swarm. And it looks like Zerg's going to be backing off now. Everett is going to have to make sure the Terran does not get that expansion right there. And here comes some more Dark Swarm. He's going to throw up a good... okay, there's 1 Dark Swarm. Not the best Dark Swarm. However, he will be picking up a lot of units. Ultralist, nice micro there by Everett. Now backing off. Well, sitting under the Dark Swarm. Unfortunately, the tanks still do splash damage and all that. But here comes another Dark Swarm. Right there! And I think the rest of these Ultralists, if they are controlled well enough, and they're not being controlled quite well enough now, will be picking up the rest of the Medic Marine. Here comes some Zerglings to reinforce that. All right, here's a counterattack over here at the far right. This is what Everett needed. And I'm pretty sure the Zerglings with the Adrenal upgrade will probably have picked off that command center by now. And indeed they did. Everett will probably have to make a few more expansions while Never makes the next command center inside of his main in a safer location, then floats it. And here comes a nice flank here, completely cutting off the concentration that army needed. The Terran army is always so much stronger when it is clustered together, and I think that may be the killing blow for, oh, well, that too, or that. Yeah, I think that's going to be the killing blow there, because he just doesn't have a sizable army. Now, this is Never's probably last attempt at ditch effort here. He is going to try to land and kill off the critical tech structures and then do a push. No, he's going to land here because of the Ultra. Let's go! Maybe not enough, though. Oh, and I think we know what's going to happen here. Plagued. And there's simply nothing that Terran can do. Oh, yeah, as we can see here, I expect GG in about a minute here, if not less. Zerg is simply put too big. He actually consumed an Ultralist, and it looks like, I have to say, Everett does not have the best Dark Swarm placement, but he certainly has a very good macro. Despite at times losing a multitude of units, he was certainly good at keeping the momentum and keeping the map control. Here we have 3 vessels out. And again, you can see that that's the only place he can expand to. He just doesn't have any map control, and it's going to be very, very easy for Zerg to keep him from getting that. Looks like we have a drop. He's going to try to sneak in here. Either that or drop the bottom right. 2 vessels here, so this is going to be a pretty aggressive drop. Possibly usage of the eraser technique, which is used to take out drones. Okay, that didn't work out either. And here we have another big attack coming up here. And with a Dark Swarm like that, I think it's pretty clear who's going to come out ahead. And a Plague like that really ensures it. You see, all that Zerg has to do is keep whittling down this army size. Terran will never get out of the base. And you can see Effort probably even has units rallied outside of his opponent's base now. Scourge coming in here. And nice control there. And Effort's playing this out perfectly now. Effort is probably more than aware he's won. You can see Never GG does not look that happy right now. Did I just call him Never GG? That's actually a Team Liquid member name. This guy's name is simply Never. Let's probably say Never GG because I was expecting him to type that in pretty soon. Here it is. Never has lost. The game is tied at 1-1. We're going to go to a quick break here. Very exciting series. There's your winner, Effort. You hear the crowd is pretty happy too. Well played by Effort. Stay tuned, we got more games coming up.